can tell me now in secret, Padraig, do you think what the current state of the game is it sustainable right now, either in terms of the prize funds or even in terms of the division? Is the game in a healthy place in your mind?
Look, I seem to live through the golden era of golf when there was a very strong European tour. We didn't realise at the time that the two tours being strong was, I felt, in hindsight, looks like it was a great thing. There's not enough, if everybody plays the PGA Tour, there's not enough tournaments for everybody to win. You can't build stars. It's just so hard. Like if Scotty wins 8 tournaments this year and Rory wins 5 and Xander wins 4, what is everybody else going to win? So you need other big tours, whether it's Europe or wherever else. I got to say, I didn't realise when it came to LIV, you know, some of the guys left and you said, you know, it didn't bother me. A lot of my friends went to LIV as well, but some of the guys left. But I realised last week, God, we missed Bryson. Like, Bryson was box office last week and really helped that tournament, helped push Xander's win on it. It was fantastic, interesting, exciting watching. You know, so, yeah, we miss those guys. I think, you know, as I said before, it's hard to believe we missed Patrick Reed. You know, that's just the way it is. I think, ultimately, if you were looking for me for the perfect solution, I would have at least the 2 tours and have some crossover like we did back in the day. Everybody's got a bit of a chip on their shoulder, you know, but a certain amount of players can come and go back and forth, a few invites, something like that. Rivalries are a good thing in sport. You know, it's always been helpful, but we do need a solution. I will say that. That's the one thing. Every day, you know, for the last 2 years, I've had an opinion, and all I've found is, wow, it just keeps moving and changing because the scene changes. So I think everybody in golf wants a solution. We want to have weeks like last week at the PGA where we have the drama, where we have both sides. We need more of that for sure, but we don't necessarily have to have everybody playing the same tournament at the same time. I know other people think that's right. It does, for me, if you get all the best players playing all the tournaments at the same time, it's just hard to create. There's so few opportunities to win. It's hard to create stars. It's hard to build on that. So I'm not adverse to 2 strong tours and whatever goes with that. But I don't know the solutions, and I don't know, as you said, is it economically possible? We don't know what the world of golf is going to look like in 20 years' time. But all I know is the 2 probably the biggest things. We can't let LIV poach the best players off the PGA Tour for nothing, and we also miss the players who have gone to LIV. So that would be the 2 big takes. I don't know how you solve that, but like if we get another big personality, we can't afford to lose them on the PGA Tour. We didn't realise that we've lost a lot on the PGA Tour with the personalities leaving, and we can't afford that. So there has to be some mechanism that it's too hard to leave. If you've picked a side, you've picked a side, and vice versa. We've got to give the LIV guys, if they want to play over there, we've got to give them some world ranking points. We've got to give them an opportunity to come compete in the majors. Like I've said, I believe that the TPC Sawgrass should be spun out as an individual event so that we can invite LIV players to play in it. If Sawgrass, the players wants to be known as the 5th major, well, they've got to invite the best players in the world, and that means they've got to spin out somehow, be a standalone event. It can be owned by the PGA Tour, but it has to be a standalone event that you can invite all the best players in the world to play in. And it creates drama. Last week was just fabulous. It was the best week of the year last week. Yeah, everybody's got to agree with that. It was okay. There was a couple of things that happened weren't the best week of the year, but the drama around that last final round was so. Victor playing well again. Who doesn't enjoy watching Victor play golf? It's just phenomenal when he's on form. I don't think there's anybody in the world of golf that, when he's on form, just seems to enjoy and enthuse and the sheer fun he has, what he seems to have when he's playing great. So, you know, I just, you know, I missed the cut last week, but I watched 36 holes of golf on the weekend and it was fantastic.
Padraig, you know the bandwidth, the concentration, the dedication it takes to play this game at the highest level in the biggest championships. What are the player directors on the board facing, trying to hit that white golf ball and get into the hole in as few shots as possible, while also dealing with the geopolitical winds involved in this PGA Tour LIV negotiation? Just seems like a lot.
Yeah, look, my own opinion, I've said it before, and I'd be supporting what Lucas Glover said last week. we need a minority of players on the board to give some golfing advice, but we've got to trust that the business people we employ are working in our best interests. There's no reason why they wouldn't be working in our best interests. We've got to trust those intelligent business people who've run big businesses for a long number of years. You know, most golfers, because we're good at hitting a little white ball, doesn't mean we're necessarily good at making all those complicated business decisions. And I agree with you that there's no doubt. I've shied away, even though I'm a professionally qualified accountant. Back in the day, I've shied away from boards and things because ultimately, you know, you kind of get caught between two stools. You're not going to be an expert in that field, and then you come back and you're taken out of where you are an expert being a golfer. So it's difficult. You know, what you want to be known as a, you know, I admire guys who do it, but you know, if you're an expert at a golfer, you're unlikely to be an expert at anything else. That's the way it is with me, and it takes a lot of time and dedication. It's a lot of sacrifice. Like the best thing that could have happened was Rory didn't get back on that board. You know, he was being soft by going back to it. You know, in the end of the day, it's not the distraction he needs. He needs to be out there playing golf, and it's the guys who are on there. You know, I think it's perfect for Tiger. He's at that stage of his career. But like, if you want to be a competitive player, it takes all your time and energy out here. It's a lot more than people think to play, you know, to be a top-class sports person. So, yeah, it's tough. We need a minority, but we got to trust the businessmen know what they're doing and are working in our best interests.